Hey guys, Captain C. Richardson here for Flats Class YouTube, and today I want to take you on an adventure with one of my best friends, Captain Jeremiah Carlucci. We went out fishing here on the Nature Coast and did a little bit of fishing on the outside and a lot more fishing back in the booger woods. But the one thing that held true in both of those venues was that the darters was the hot bait. I only have one left in this package. And there's a good reason for that. You're going to watch it right now. I want you to enjoy the video while I go set up everything in the shop to show you how we really did it. Enjoy. This episode of Flats Class YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. He crushed it. I swear they think it's a little trout. You know, when you... Not the biggest one, but one nonetheless. It's all the way, you can't even see it. You barely see the tail of that thing sticking out. Oh, look at that one. I mean, we are scolding them on that bait. I love it. I love it. All you see is the tail sticking out. One after another. I swear they think it's a juvenile trout. I'm gonna get them behind the ears here. See if I can disgorge this real quick. Looks like it's on the one side. Whoop, I had it. You gotta give it back to me, guys. Yeah. Oh. I shortened this up, as you can see. It's a 6-inch bait, and I shortened it up to about 4.5 inches, which is just perfect on the trout eye. Let's catch a few more. Not a bad start to the adventure. Jeremiah rode us out the creek to the flats, and we started catching trout. We literally caught probably about 24 trout before we got tired of catching them. But the darters was a fantastic bait, especially in that dark and stormy color, that purple and silver flake, to catch those trout. It just made it easy. The best is yet to come. He's going to take us back in the booger woods where we catch even bigger fish, I promise you. But before we get to that, I want to give you a little background on the darters. The darters finished product now is this. It's a 6-inch long, fluke style, almost needlefish-like bait. Here's the original prototype right here. That's what it looked like. Pretty cool. Fork, fluky tail. And this was pretty much out of my own head. I wanted this bait. There was a bait that looked like this in the 80s and 90s that a lot of bass guys and a lot of trout guys loved to use. Well, Z-Man agreed to revive it. Now, I, of course, wanted this in at least 2 sizes, 4-inch and 6-inch. 5-inch probably being the best overall size. But they had too many baits in that range, so they wanted something a little bit longer, and the answer was just to take a pair of scissors, and cut it. So what I've done, as you could see in that video, is I've taken that 6-inch bait and made it about 4.5 inches by cutting off 1.5 inches. By doing that, I control the size of the bait, and this thing has a wild action. You can make it look like a shrimp. You can make it look like ballyhoo, needlefish, and like I said earlier, all those fish feed needlefish. Snook hate needlefish. They take them out of the system all the time. Even when they're not hungry, they'll hit a needlefish, and that's what this bait looks like, a needlefish. Big trout, they whack ballyhoo. This looks like a ballyhoo bait, which makes it an excellent cobia bait as well. Probably going to make it a great tarpon bait in the lights and things like that, throwing it on the beach in the morning. So there's a lot of uses to this 6-inch Darter's bait. And it has really turned into one of those confidence baits for me. I mean, I don't think anything can take me from not wanting to fish a paddle tail jig. But I'll tell you what, this Darter's gives me a lot of latitude. In fact, I'm finding that I'm using it a lot more than a jerk shads. And that's a big profile in a lot of light tackle anglers' bags. They want to have a lot of jerk shads. Well, if I'm not skipping a bait and I'm just playing with a bait on the flat, instead of using a jerk shad, I'm going to use a Darter's because the Darter's is just simply superior. Now, he's going to take us on a ride all the way back east into the Booger Woods here on the Nature Coast. Check out the rest of these fish that we caught when we switched to the beer run color. You got to see this. Got a snook on it. I got a net right up front here. I'm just trying to keep him out of that trash. I got him on a really light leader, you know, so I'm trying to be smart with him. Oh, he's trying to get me under there. I'm trying to get to it. Yeah, I got him. I got the hook right in the right spot, dude. I am so lucky. So lucky. But this is what the Darter's is just an awesome imitator. And I was just saying, you know, earlier I was like, can you imagine using this bait in the spring? I switched out and put the beer run on. Look at that. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. And there it is. If you'll pull that out, I want to show them that. That is such a cool bait. Look at that. And the beer run looks like so many of the Mahara and stuff. That's just such a good color here in the backcountry.
Perfect hook set too.
Unbelievable.
Gill plate not gonna get hooked.
That is literally 20-pound fluorocarbon. And he didn't even get to touch it. He didn't even get to touch it. Look at that. Yes, baby. He even broke that thing in half. That bait's been torn in half now.
Well, at least it was worth the ride of it.
Woo!
It was worth the price and mission of the lure.
Dude, you have showed me around pretty cool today. Whoa. And that's close to a legal size snook.
Yeah. The old thumb sucker.
Oh, yeah. It's like, all right.
Usually they run away from us, but today he wanted to still suck my thumb.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, buddy.
I love the Darters. It's just one of those versatile baits. There he goes.
Thanks for the fight, buddy.
Way to go. Thanks, man. What a day. That one there might even send us back to the ramp. Oh, we're not done yet. If you thought that snook was good, in the next 5 minutes, we caught 2 more fish back to back. Check it out. It's my red right there. I'm trying to get my line back. He's fighting for the gosh, it's a Mexican standoff, if you will. I'm gonna have to tighten the drag down on him. I can't gain any line on this guy. He's sitting there burning my thumb up, turning it to hamburger.
I did a swing and a miss and you decided to come in there and get him for me.
Oh, I backed you up, picking up the trash for Captain Jeremiah. Wow.
Good one.
That is a full-grown one. Oh, man. Does the Darters work? or does the darters work?
Look at how fat that sucker is.
That's got to be a 30+ inch fish almost. And again,
Look at the gut.
you know, we used the dark and stormy for the trout, and then we ended up using the beer run for the snook and the reds. And I mean, we're fishing the middle of February. It's not even Valentine's Day yet. But what? Fishing these booger woods with Captain Jeremiah and get you around the head there. We can always just pick that jig out. If you can hold him for a second, I'll just round it out. That way we can get him free. Oops. I'll get him out. All right, there's the jig. What a fish. Wow.
How pretty that thing is. It's got a spot of a tooth.
Yeah, and you can, I'll tell you what, you can get all these baits right there at sodiumusa.com. No spot, not a spot on one side,
that is
but a spot on the other.
Fish.
Wow, just wanted to take you guys out and show you what the darters could do, and never expected that. I mean, we've been rallying here on the high water. Back he goes. Someone else to catch, one of your clients.
There you go. Thanks for the fight, little man. Or big man, I should say.
He'll be ripping and roaring to go. Man, I couldn't push the power pole micro anchor button fast enough. I thought he was going to pull us right into the trees. There he goes. Man, he got you nice and wet.
Hey, good. Here's one back at you, buddy.
Way to go, my friend.
All of a sudden, trying to put the... I thought all of a sudden we had a trolling motor on there. What the world just happened?
It was moving us.
Have that on. See if
We didn't even pull it up, and here he is, Mr. Trout. 5 minutes. I'll get it. 5 minutes, and we're hooked up, and a nice trout at that, dude. Man, the darters is unbelievable. That happens all the time. I'm telling you. This bait can do it. I mean, and there's a variety of ways to rig it. You can put this thing under a popping cork. You can have it on a jig head. You can Carolina rig it. You can Texas rig it like I've done here with a Chinlocks hook. It's limitless. If you're using a jerk shads right now, I encourage you to try the Z-Man Darters, because once you try the darters, I'm telling you, you're not going back unless you're skipping baits, because these baits on the flats really catch fish big time. I mean, big time. If you like what you're seeing here on Flats Class YouTube, really hope you guys give us a thumbs up and subscribe and share it with all your fishing buddies, because it's my job as an angler in the field, a professional angler for 30 years. It's my job to make you guys better at what you do and what your passion is. I mean, this stuff is my jam. I want it to be yours too. Sign up, subscribe, tell your friends. Hey, I'm gonna go tie some more of these things up and pre-rig them, because I'm going fishing tomorrow. See you guys.